All right, so welcome everybody. Obviously, this is Hulk Inu. People were spamming the chat probably for like an hour before, so y'all probably got the message. But yeah, this is Hulk Inu. Base Buller is the dev of the project. He is Docs and he is in the video chat. And he wanted to come to our group today and talk to us about his project, share with us what he has going on. They actually have multiple projects in their ecosystem. They are in the same ecosystem from Wolverinu. Am I saying that correctly?
Correct. Yeah.
Wolverinu. Yeah, Wolverinu. So they're both on ETH and Wolverinu. What was the ATH on that one?
ATH reached 100 million market cap,
100 million
starting at
market
3
cap.
ETH.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So same, pretty much the same crossover team essentially.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Divide and conquer is the idea.
And then MetaBrawl, is that a whole separate entity? So they have another project called MetaBrawl. I dropped the video. It's in the pinned messages if you want to take a look at it. But yeah. So those three, are they all three different tokens?
Yeah. All different tokens, and then MetaBrawl incorporates multiple tokens. All the partner tokens are incorporated inside of MetaBrawl Gate.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get more into that. But yeah, I was just trying to explain so that they have all this going on already, and this is their newest token, in their little iteration of their ecosystem. So he wanted to come talk to us today. So let me ask you first, just to introduce yourself. Obviously, you're Doc, so you're kind of already exposing, a little bit more than most people. But thank you for being so transparent. But introduce yourself, introduce your project, explain to us what you guys have going on. We just talked about all these two other projects that we just mentioned, MetaBrawl, Wolverinu. How involved are these? What's going on? What's the inspiration behind all this? And how did Hulk Inu come into fruition? So yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, guys, I'm Base Buller. I recently just doxed on Adam Shelton interview on Sunday. So we're running Hulk Inu, right? We are the same team as Wolverinu. How it started was, so my influence from Wolverinu, I'm not the dev of Wolverinu. I'm the right-hand man to the dev. So this was launched in conjunction, word drop, with the Wolverinu dev. So we started off, and we were separate entities in the beginning until Hulk had its own legs, stood on its own 2 feet. And now we're a unified force with our brother token. I do believe we're one of the first that have a brother token. So we work in cohesion. Marketing is intertwined. Advisory board in the background is also intertwined. We use all the same networks. So we're separate but together at the same time. So that's how Hulk Inu got started. He is the newest addition to the MetaBrawl Inu game. Inside of the MetaBrawl Inu game, some of the big names are already characters in there that if you saw the trailer, you see them in there as the featured characters are Volt Inu, Shiba Inu, Shibnobi, Wolverino, and now Hulk. So you can imagine what that marketing campaign will look like. But I can get into that a little bit later. From what we've accomplished so far, right? We're actually, I think exactly 1 month and 1 week new. During that time, we've got on CMC and CG, of course. We did on the first week. Both of those were 24 hours of each other. We've also been on CMC trending multiple times. Watcher Guru, Coin Sniper, Crypto.com as early as yesterday and the day before on Crypto.com. We also very quickly launched our staking dApp. So in the staking dApp, there are no lock tokens. The idea is to build comfortability for our members to hold. You're rewarded in Ethereum instead of Hulk Inu tokens for chart stabilization. But there's only a 3% fee to stake and to take out your staked fees. The only thing that somebody should worry about is if you withdraw within 72 hours, there's a 10% fee. Other than that, you're free to do what you want and earn passive income while you hold. This is the highlighted feature of Embrace the Bear Market campaign that we launched. So we launched during quite dark times for Ethereum, but we turned a negative into a positive. One, using our network for trust, but pushing trust even more with continuous community engagement. I mentioned earlier, we do daily VCs with our community, reassuring them that we are working hard in the backgrounds and updating of what has happened and what is to come. Since we've been doing that, and we will continue doing that, We always deliver. The reason why we always deliver is because we work around the clock. Our community is nonstop. The idea is no silence for more than 5 minutes. We've been doing that as well. We do not give times and dates for any questions that come later. That is because a lot of these things are outsourced, and we want to be able to, how should I say, under promise and over deliver. Okay, so but our members in our community do see that we ride the momentum. We ride it very quickly. So with that being said, we have our website up, our white paper out, Staking DApp is out. We're currently giving a lot of teasers for our NFTs, as well as the V2 Staking DApp will be launched alongside those NFTs. The idea is with V2, only NFT holders can stake because of the incentives that are behind it. So that's kind of where we are to date. We do have all of the top Ethereum callers on our side. That list starts at Mathos, Kingdom, Gooby, Senzu, and a few more. A lot of our community members also have call channels that post us for free out of support. A lot of private groups and big names are behind us too. And they're all over Twitter as well, retweeting our tweets. So we have Adam Shelton onboarded from YouTube, Omni Army, Crypto Ether, Crypto Pat, Crypto Moonlight, or Crypto Profits. Crypto Pat is actually Crypto Moonlight. And the list goes on. So we have a good support behind us.
So let me ask you this. So you said Hulk Inu was, Wolverine was formed first. So was Wolverine made with Hulk Inu in mind, or did they make Wolverine in mind with planning to make Hulk Inu? Whenever y'all made Hulk Inu, did y'all make it in mind to partner up with Wolverine? It's damn near a tongue twister, but yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like what like
yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes.
Got the question. Yeah.
Yeah. The answer would be yes, no, yes. So Wolverine was launched. Just the idea of being Wolverine, same idea, constant work ethic, constant push, and it blew up. Down the line, I think halfway through of Wolverine, we were talking about a side character or an arch nemesis created to battle the other token, but instead it was more of a brother character. And I think it was 3 or 4 months of development, maybe 5 for Hulkino, and the concepts and everywhere we're going to go with it. To answer the last leg of your question, yes, Hulkino was launched to partner with Wolverine to be the newest asset into the Metabrawl Inu game. The Metabrawl Inu game works on an NFT ecosystem for boosters, skins, a lot of different things for characters that are involved with it. So it was launch and a race to catch up to these big tokens. Now that is a good thing, right? So we're riding momentum where these other tokens have been along for a long time, and we're coming in with hype, a lot of movement, game launches, and we ride that wave as well. So that is the reason why we have moved so fast and so rigorous since launch.
So you guys feel comfortable? You guys, like you said, you chose to launch during a tumultuous time, so do you guys feel comfortable and prepared, that you have the money, funding, whatever to face these times that maybe the market's very uncertain, you don't really know what's going to happen next. You never know what's going to happen with the US stock market or Bitcoin. So do you guys feel like you launched at a good time, or if but I guess you have a bigger picture in mind, so it doesn't really matter. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like you could have launched at a better time in regards to like helping your project be more successful for your whole ecosystem? Because like I mean, and also, can you also explain like how far along is kind of everything together and how intertwined? Because I'm still trying to understand how intertwined the other projects are with Hulk Inu, and how I kind of understand, some of what you're saying, but just kind of more of a clear explanation of that too.
Gotcha. Okay. The first part of your question, you lost me on the second part. What was the first part? Oh, the bear market. Yes. So we had the bear market in mind from the beginning. So the idea was a step-by-step, floor-by-floor push towards what we're calling Valhalla. So yeah, that's another piece of information I'll get to in a bit. No, so the idea is we embrace the bear market, continuously pushed, and now we're lucky that the market is recovering, right? So that was in the back of our mind, but because we had so much to accomplish, we thought, yeah, it's okay in the bear market. We're going to keep pushing. The chart will stabilize. It'll stay alive, and it's all in preparation for the super moon. But at the same time, what we've been preaching to our community is we do want a stable, healthy chart. Which, if you look at it, is extremely stable, healthy, with a lot of support behind it. We don't want a super fast moon because that makes the chart a lot more volatile, and you're kind of stuck with recovering from that volatility for some time. So the idea is like that consistent growth upwards and onwards, and then there's you get more and more use cases of why these big pumps come, and not just a marketing pump. So not the traditional meme coin. The idea is that it has a lot of backing behind it, reputation, but then also proof of work. So with the bear market in mind, no, we thought it was a good time, cheap for deploying, and then also pushing through and building up that reputation of Hulk Inu clawed his way through the bear market. Now it's the bull market. Let's see what he does next. So that's the first part. The second part of your question for how are they interconnected and how long are we looking? I can tell you that it's not long. The game is already in development and the trailer is out. All of those tokens that you see listed are on board, partnered, and that's on Wolverino to create those characters. And then it's on the respective token to provide NFTs and their incentives to match the incentives that are listed in the game for their members. So it'll push the game up and it'll push these tokens together. And as far as how it's interconnected, the marketing push will be individual and also together. So imagine, like what we're doing, promoting us inside of MetaBrawl, and we're from Wolverino. That is a three-way promotion. And that same thing is happening from Wolverino's end. And eventually, when we do the push for MetaBrawl, also MetaBrawl's end by being one of the characters. And I imagine us going on to like a big YouTubers AMA and all the devs sitting together and chatting about MetaBrawl. So you can imagine the superpower that is to come the closer we get to the launch of MetaBrawl.
Okay, and how far out along is that right now? The MetaBrawl launch.
Yeah, all I can say is not too long because it's outsourced to a game studio and it's so complex. One of our things is we do not do times and dates because things happen, and we want to make sure that just like what Hokinu's done so far, that everything comes out perfectly. So we want to take our time to be able to strategically implement it, but also make sure the development is solid. And you've seen this game, and it's not like any other game that's been listed on the Ethereum network. So we want to give it time, but at the same time, it won't be a long amount of time. So if you think about what I said of what we need to do with NFTs and get our rep out there more, you can see that we're already well underway towards the game being finished, but then it goes into the marketing campaign for it too. So the idea is just like what we're doing. The closer that we get, the more that you see that, okay, yes, it's getting very close.
Okay,
Hopefully that
so it's fairly close to launch, but you can't give any guaranteed time frames. And I understand that, like you say, you don't want to over promise, So, but
makes.
no, I mean the game looks amazing. So, are you guys planning to? Is it going to look, as good as it? I mean, not no offense, but it's a lot. You see a lot of trailers or even McDonald's commercials, where the burger looks better than, it actually looks in real life, or the game, looks a lot better. Even, even like PlayStation games, even like, real quality AAA studio games, big studios like Activision, their games, their trailers look amazing and their games come out and it looks nothing like it. So, I mean, how close to quality would you say that it's going to look to what is presented, in the video that we have in the pin messages? Because I mean that looks like really good. You know what I'm saying? Like it reminds me of Super Smash Bros. And kind of the theme
Yes.
looks kind of Mortal Kombat-ish. You know what I'm saying? It looks really good.
Yeah, that's spot on. Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Was the concept we're going for, inspired by. As far as the graphics, they should be top notch. It's going to be initially launched on PC for the introductory phase. So the graphics on PC, if I'm not a gamer, but if I remember right, that they're much higher. But no, it should look just like the trailer.
Okay. Okay. And so you're saying that it's going to launch on PC. Is it eventually going to be on mobile as well?
Mobile,
Or
that's
are you
tough.
just saying it's not? Or are you saying Mac?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it'll be on both for sure. But
Okay.
yeah,
So it's coming to
so I
Mac
wrote the
and
white
mobile
paper.
too.
Not necessarily mobile. I think you mean Android.
No, I'm
I mean, Windows.
so you're saying it's on PC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So is it it will be available? You can play it on Mac. Like, it's a web game. You can play it on your MacBook too.
It should be. Yeah, but it should be universal.
Okay,
I
so
don't
you're
think
saying
we're there yet. It's the game studio we made a solid foundation to be able to work on
hmm
because of all the other tokens, right? So I wrote the white paper for the gameplay the gameplay white paper for Metabrawl. And the idea was that there's so many different options and ways to incorporate these different tokens and how it influences the chart for Metabrawl for each individual token. So we've got it at a solid foundation with NFT incorporation and how the tokens work. But yeah, as far as all of that stuff, that's not necessarily my side. And yeah, so I mostly just did the technical practicality side of the game with strategic innovations.
Okay, no, I understand. So I see Wolverine is what at it's at 1.5 mil. Is that correct?
Mm. Yeah, it's bouncing between 1 and 2.
And you guys are around 700K.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. What's the ATH on your coin?
940 as of a few
Okay.
days ago. So we're gearing up towards breaking past 1 mil and flying past. The chart is quite similar to Wolverine's chart in its first month, and Wolverine's second month, if I remember correctly, is when it really took off from all the developments going into it. So we're trying to be just like Big Brother, and we have a lot of things planned out that I'll be sharing inside of this AMA as well.
Okay, sounds good.
So there's a
Yeah,
lot
so
big things.
I mean, yeah, I want to figure. We want to, of course, we want to find out more and figure out kind of where you're at right now. But I guess, do you want to start with sharing your screen, and then, like, I mean,
Yeah,
you said you were going to, and then show us the website, and then you could share, a brief overview of the roadmap, white paper, all that, the goodies which you have going on.
absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was jonesing for it. I was waiting the whole time. When's my time to share the screen?
No, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask so many questions pre to that, but no, I want people to understand what they're investing in as much as possible, and make it worth your time. We got an hour here, you know what I'm saying? So we got time to kick
100%, man.
back.
That's why we're here. I love questions.
No, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so this is the website. We're going to be doing a small revamp on it. Actually, I have half of it written up, and it should be out to the web guy this weekend, to our web dev. So here you can click on Metabrawl, go to their website. I'll give you a quick look into that. And Wolverino as well. That's who we're partnered with. So the Metabrawl website is up. The Telegram is up as well. So you can see how this is conjunctive
Yeah, those
marketing,
graphics right there look sick on that.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So we have some good designers with us.
that
So you can
almost
read a bit
reminds me of
about that.
I don't mean to interrupt, but it reminds me of like the colors are kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh, but just like kind of old school, like arcade, gameish, like the
Yeah.
graphics. It reminds me of that, or kind of the not even the graphics, the color scheme, more so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. Although Yugo was purple, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I gotta see it. But there's like for sure a graphic I've seen of the Meta Brawl universe that looks pretty similar to like Yu-Gi-Oh color scheme. I don't know. I don't think it's that specific one you're showing though.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so we're linked with them, and then the more that we partner with tokens, the more that they'll be listed all around our logo. And I press it again.
See,
So
if you
going
go
down,
back right there like that. Okay, yeah.
back to the Metabrawl.
I'll show you right there. That in the top, yeah, left corner, like that kind of color scheme, kind of reminds me more of. I'll send it to
Okay.
you after the AMA. It really don't even matter. But yeah, like I'll let you go ahead, sir.
Very gotcha. So you can see our socials right here. By chart simple. Our staking dApp is here as well. I may as well show you now. I'm actually here. You go. So here we have a pool reserve. We have 80 takers, and 6.5 ETH has been distributed now within a month. So that's a good amount of Ethereum and rewards. You can read through here to get all your questions answered. It should have full details for you and right to the point. So yeah, you can claim, withdraw, and you can compound. So V2 will be very similar to this, which I'll explain a little bit later. As to when you're not muted, I have
The
an
app looks
echo,
really
so it
good.
drives me crazy. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, looks really good.
Okay, yeah, the echo drives me insane.
And
Thank you,
that's
man.
live, right? That's live already. The staking.
Yes, you can stake. Yeah, this is the one we were talking about where you can stake. Your tokens are not locked. But keep in mind, withdraw within 72 hours, a 10% fee. But as long as you don't withdraw in 3 days, you're good to go. You have no lock time. You can just benefit from these rewards. Um, yeah,
So
and then
you
there's
pretty
all the
much just
frequently
have to
asked
hold
questions.
the requirement is hold 3 days and you can get a reward, basically
Well, no,
at
you can
minimum.
withdraw within. Yeah, well, you can imagine that you already make your rewards back, and then you withdraw, you break even. But the only thing is just early withdrawal fee. But no, your rewards coming directly,
Okay.
and they're based on volume and the amount that you have staked.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Nice.
All right, so with the website, there's a bit of background about how Hulk Inu came to be, as far as the universe that he is from. I'll spare you guys the details on it, but yeah, this ties to the comic that we're making. We have our sketch out for the comic, just the sketch. The color is being done right now, and it will not be long until it's out. So with the comic, because it is a large project and impatience is big in crypto, we're releasing it day by day. The comic, I don't know where I can pull it up for you. Maybe
No,
let's see if
you
you can
got to
see
show us,
this.
bro.
Can you see this?
I want to see it. You got to show us.
Okay, so that's
Let
not.
me see what.
Yeah, I'll have to share a different screen.
Right now, it just shows special powers. It still shows the website.
Here, what I'll do is I will share it to the group instead of going screen to screen. So it is in the group now, and that's the sketch of the first page, the introduction. The comic is called Hulk vs. Bear, based on the Embrace the Bear Market campaign. The War on Ethereum is the subtitle. So it's Hulk's battle, his journey, and his route to Valhalla. The comic will be released page by page. The third page and onwards will be exclusive to a certain level of Hulk Inu token holders, where there will be Easter eggs as far as the developments and big news that's going to come. With the comic, it will be revolutionary. There will not be a tangible version. It will only be digital because it will have a narrator that reads along and highlights, and as well as moving arts for the action scenes. So it should shake up the comic world. And that will be the first release comic of the To Come Comic Studio from Hulk Inu that will be providing comic art to all of the tokens inside of Metabrawl as first customers. And then whoever else needs it as well. With our NFT release, people that hold a certain amount or reach Valhalla will be getting a certain percentage of royalties from that comic studio for passive income, and you know, keeping the value alive with the NFT for the longevity of it.
So
But
are there any NFTs live right now?
no, so we're currently in the NFT campaign. We have released four of the previews. So let me just explain this. I'll skip the NFTs. The Hulk Inu Tamagotchi
Care about,
NFT
right?
concept.
You're on ETH. You're
Sorry.
on ETH. That's what I said. You're on ETH. That's what people care about. NFTs. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, it's
kind of
true.
more last year, but I mean, NFTs are still high. I mean, you're on ETH. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still big, and it's a part of the Metabrawl game. So that we already have that use case where you can incorporate inside of MetaBrawl, but we've put in so many more use cases to them. But the idea is there are Hulkinu Tamagotchi NFTs where you feed your Hulk or Hulky is what it's called as NFT for it to evolve. It has 5 different evolutions. It starts as Banner, goes to Beast, War, Battle, and then finally Valhalla collection. So you start at a certain level. There's a lot of different benefits you can get, and every time you evolve, your staking rewards increase by 10%, and the last evolution increases them by 20%. You feed your stake rewards to it, so you have the choice of feeding your NFT for evolution or just claiming your stake rewards. Entirely up to you. But it's a unique concept where you're in charge of how much reward you get from staking, and also you're in charge of your rarity. What I mean by that is there's 5 different rounds of 200 NFTs. After each round, the previous final evolution is no longer in existence for holders. So the first round buyers are the only ones that can make it to Valhalla, where they get royalties, very high rewards, as well as the first person to make it to Valhalla will be receiving 10,000 US dollars based on the estimate of Ethereum a few days ago. So it's already higher. So that is a minimum. And second place gets 5,000. Each round, there's a giveaway of 5,000 to $10,000 to one lucky contestant as well.
So you know what they're going to be asking, right? How do we all get to Valhalla, right? How do we get there?
Yeah, you feed your NFT every day, and you can race to Valhalla. There'll be multiple meals you can feed them, and you can. There's also multi NFT incentives where somebody buys 20, the highest pack of those NFTs. They get to Valhalla.
So you said y'all released a preview, right? Can you show us? We want to see.
Yeah, here I'll show you all 4 of them. So this is the first. I'll type it in there.
And if you have questions that you want to ask, you can feel free to put them in the text chat, or if you want to wait till after we're done going back and forth, you can ask them in the voice chat. We'll have the time for questions after. So be patient, guys. I see everyone's messages in the text chat that's asking questions. We'll get to them.
And then finally is the battle collection. The battle collection is a video, so it might take a little bit. So yeah, you start black and white, you go into color, then you go into shimmer NFTs, then it's GIF, and then finally is a spectacular 3D NFT for Valhalla. We're also making a revolutionary 3D art for a billboard campaign and just general marketing that we do as well. Extremely eye capturing, and I know billboards, a lot of times they don't do much. This one will be a bit different because it is very 3D, very different, but great for YouTube videos as well as callers. It'll definitely bring some eyes to Hulkinu too.
It looks good. Do you have the same artists like throughout the comic book, throughout everything you've been showing us, like at the website? Is it the same artist? Because I mean, like I said,
no, we have a web dev for stickers,
okay.
A dev for the NFT art who also does stickers, a dev for the minting dev, staking dev. It's quite the large team.
I see the art team is in the same. They know what they're doing. They're in the same ballpark. You know what I'm saying? Like it all looks good.
Right, yeah. We stand for quality.
Is it the same team from Wolverine, the art team? Is that like, are any of those parts crossed over in regards to like is it the same website developer, etc.? Because you're saying the art is inspired by it.
Yeah, same web developer, same sticker, same different NFT designer because we went a different route, and staking dApp is different as well. And white paper I made, so same white paper guy. I made the white paper for MetaBrawl, Wolverino, and Hulkinu, along with the team for editing.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you continue. I kind of cut you off with the NFTs. I think you were going more onto your roadmap and stuff.
Yeah. No, I got distracted. I tend to ramble. So
No,
yeah, here we have
that
special
was me
powers.
with the questions too. But go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, the special powers, aka the token features. So there's integrated anti-bot. There's a story behind that. Anti-whale measures as well, so you can only have 3% of the max wallet, and same for cells. We have automated buyback. It's currently on manual because of how the market works, and we're using it, which we announce as well when we're doing a buyback. We use it to either push past milestones, but realistically, all we've used it for is to maintain floors, to keep the chart nice and stable. And then there's the lock liquidity. We extended, I think, a week or two ago for an additional 2 months. We extend a liquidity lock at milestones, and it's attention grabber, and it's nice to do it piece by piece. Tokenomics, nice and simple, 7% in, 7% out. This will be revamped because the marketing, now we've done 1% of the marketing goes to the staking dApp. So with the new website, it'll be a bit more detailed for how everything is divvied up.
So what will
But
be
yeah,
the new what will be the new tax structure?
yeah. So it stays 7%. But yeah, 1% buyback liquidity stays the same. 1% staking dApp as well. 4% marketing.
Okay, okay, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. The roadmap will also be completely redone. If you see here, we've done all of this: operating website, stealth launch, marketing campaign, top tier, done that. NFT previews, done that fivefold. Community giveaways, done those. Comic has yet to drop at the first page, so kind of done that. Staking is done. Merchandise line is going to be later down the line along with NFTs. It's part of the perks. And NFT marketplace is coming as well. So we're going to be starting with phase 4 with all these whatever's done crossed out and giving in the new roadmap for what people can expect for, let's say, the next quarter.
Will the NFT marketplace, will that be coming closer to around the same time the game's coming in? Since probably that would, be a place where it'll be implemented more.
Yeah, and it also builds in more collaboration with the tokens.
Okay.
But we are
And you
making
said the
our own
NFTs are
minting
going to be
dApp for the
stakeable as well.
NFTs. They'll be what?
And so the NFTs are going to be stakeable. So is the dApp, is there going to be like a different function on the dApp that you use, or are you just going to stake through the same way you stake your tokens?
Yeah, you stake through your tokens, and when you're we were just talking about this, brainstorming more on how it can happen. But yeah, the most streamlined version will be you stake, and then you click a link, go back to the minting dApp, and you burn, aka send in your NFT, and then you get your evolved version. But I wanted it to be on there, and you see you see it evolve. But apparently that's extreme coding. But a little bit down the line, we could probably incorporate that.
So what are the tiers? Like what's the lowest tier to the highest tier, like in order?
Yeah, so that's what I sent in. But yeah, it's kind of complicated. So it starts with Banner, the Banner collection, and that's black and white, gives you access to staking. Next up is Beast, that's colored,
Okay. Banner,
and
Beast,
then
LCS.
War. Yeah, then the War collection, then Battle, and then finally will be Valhalla, which is the one that's not in your chat right now because the art is not revealed. But yeah, so the idea is it's if you see it goes from human to beast to a war and then a battle, and then traditionally warriors they die in battle and go to Valhalla. But one of the slogans that we have is "Hope never dies and team never sleeps." So it's just yeah, it's the concept of Valhalla. Yeah, no, I never sleep.
Lots of coffee or
It's
what?
lots of coffee and lots of staying up late. Everything's completely flipped. This is the start of my day, and it's midnight 30.
So
12:30
are
a.m.
you doing this? Are you working on this 24/7 right now? It's your
Yeah,
full
it's
time
my
gig.
only focus. I
Okay.
have some sleep, of course, but yeah, nothing else. Barely eat.
Nice, nice, nice. Well,
Going
not
into
nice
the
that you barely get to eat, but I'm like, okay, I appreciate the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's part of the Embrace the Bear Market campaign. Is work super hard, show that you're working super hard. Part of daily VC, continuous updates. Instead of this, waiting for the comic to be done, we're doing it piece by piece. Waiting for the color to be in, we're showing the sketch. Just to show things are coming along, helping people hold, being more comfortable, saying, okay, yeah, I can see how this is going to moon soon. Seeing us on AMAs, YouTube videos, tweets coming out, everything. There's always something that happens every day.
So let me ask you this: with like I know Wolverine, it's more of a because I know with like IP laws, there's a certain amount you have to adjust things. I think it's like 40%. And so with Wolverine, it's more of a different type of name. It's not exactly Wolverine, even though I'm pretty sure they would still, if they would do something on uh Hulk Inu, I'm pretty sure they would probably say something about Wolverine too. But is there any issues with that y'all have encountered or that y'all have already cleared with like lawyers or whatnot? And with the game as well. I'm just curious.
Yes. Yeah, no, I love it. I knew this question was coming. It comes every AMA. And I'm trying to get a piece of evidence, like just, straight up just to show. But well, I could probably get the old Wolverine logo. So Wolverine did have this problem. They did have this. They had they had to redesign everything. They got a legal advisor on board who is still on board. So if you were to scroll all the way up in the pins to Wolverine, you'll see the old design. And then it was changed to this design. And the reason why it was a problem was it was too similar color wise, uh, drawing, and the whole concept. So then it changed into this style. I do believe it's called chibi style of what you see from what Wolverine is now, and obviously Hulk is very similar to that style. As far as copyright infringement, there's also the DeFi side to it, but we're not just going to say they can't catch us. When Wolverine won the award, by the way, Metabrawl won the most promising play to earn game award in the crypto conference in Dubai, the previous one. Um, the Wolverine dev also got to meet with the IP holders of Marvel. Now, a deal wasn't brokered, but everything was left on good terms. So we're fully in our rights. I was just talking about that on the AMA with Jay Gagan. Like a spotlight thing, like come on for 2 minutes. That was one of his questions too. But yeah, I mean, as far Wolverine was a year old as well. So if that was, and it got very big. So if that was going to be a problem, I'm pretty sure we would hear about it. Well, they did hear about, it, but I'm sure we'd know more. But from our legal advisor, we're good to go. We're squared away.
Okay, that's good to hear. Happy
Yeah,
for y'all.
yeah, it
Yeah,
comes up a
I
lot.
just posted that the Crypto Expo Dubai, most promising P2 game of 2022. Can you explain? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you. Like I got ADHD too, man. Can you explain a little bit more of that real quick though? That's like super interesting, and you just mentioned it too. So, and I just pinned it. So,
Yeah, so yeah, just this was in when all the meme coins were meeting up in the crypto conference. Did not see it coming. The dev wasn't even at the conference. His lead VC had to go and claim the prize for him. But yeah, no, it was voted at that conference, and it was one of the prizes giving out that it's the most promising play to earn game because of the graphics and because of what it does with Doug is that it incorporates ties in the blockchain, which is traditionally how a lot of the blockchain works. Everything's interconnected.
did they,
So yeah, that's
did
as
they
far as
get
I
to
know
see
about it.
more than we did? Did they get to see more than like what we have seen so far? Or
No,
is
no.
Oh, okay. So, okay, but now the game looks that good. I mean, it looks that good. Like I said, if it's executed properly, I'm gonna be playing it. Hopefully. I mean, just get it on the iPhone, and I'll be on it for sure. Especially if I can make
Yeah,
some
no,
ETH playing it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the
Say
one of the
less.
concepts in there is
Yeah.
you can wager as well, and you can use your tokens for in-game purchases to level up your character, to get them stronger, to be able to win more battles in
So we could
multiplayer.
play
You
each
can
other. I
also
could put up some ETH. I could say I'm gonna bet 5 ETH. You bet 5 ETH, and we could play. I could be Sheba, and you could be Hulk.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, let's do it. Let me know when it's live.
yeah. Yeah, that's the concept with it. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then live streaming, Twitch, everything. It's great because each token has all of these connections of high end influencers, and we all have obviously from their success quite good marketers as well. So that combined force, it's really going to shake up the entire crypto world where everyone's pushing out in all different directions and then coming together and even after the launch of the capabilities of the game will be like groundbreaking for how crypto works and new characters to come in. And you can also think about Meta Brawl Inu 2 with more tokens that are added and the contest you can do to get added to the game. So it's going to be a superpower across the entire blockchain. So the possibilities are endless with it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, bro. I'm excited for it. So let's go into your white paper here, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes. So the white paper, quickly, first two parts, background and introduction, are yeah, exactly what you think. Fun stories about Hulk Inu. On face value, you think, okay, that's cute, but where's the info? But this is the hints of the first 2 pages of our Hulk Inu comic. Those are publicly available. The real story starts at page 3, which is only for Hulk Inu holders. So yeah, that we'll get a bit into it. It goes more into the vision, values, tokenomics. We're going to be revamping this as well since we've accomplished so much. We wanted this to be, when we wrote it, exactly what has happened. So here it's like Bryce Banner, a cog in the machine, lived happily in his mundane 9 to 5 lifestyle. His toxic career was tolerable as long as Betty Rose was by his side. Intrusive thoughts of grandeur were silenced by the beat of a loving heart, but when a toxic workplace turns literal, that silence turned into screams. So that's the first. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's not why we're here, I think.
Nah,
But yeah, so it
story
goes
time,
into
sir. Story time.
get the popcorn. Introduction is also the story, but it has certain things that highlight what's happening with the project as well. For example, only the dead see the end of war, but due to his enhanced health never dies. He's locked in, like liquidity's locked.
Yeah, Hulk
Little
smash it.
puns
Hulk
like that.
smashes.
Yeah,
Hulk smashes
smashes
rivals by
rivals.
redistributing the energy of attacks. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So y'all made
auto
it
buyback.
creative. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's fun with that, and that's also a little Easter egg of how that's an Easter egg of how the Easter eggs will work inside of the comic series. Then values, it's basically about community interaction, making sure we do what we say and say what we do, becoming the strongest on Ethereum. But going down more is more detail on the tokenomics. Uh, we've already went over that a little bit. I'll kind of just scroll through this. We have a lot of information to cover. How do you stake? That's from the staking DApp. And going down here is when we're going to be putting in all our NFT information and updating everything about V2 as well,
Okay.
and making it much more informative. And then this roadmap is similar to what we have already uploaded, and that will be added onto as well. So we didn't want it to be. I mean, we're a meme coin, we're not a centralized exchange token, but we will be. But we wanted to make it fun, easy to read, and not something to overwhelm someone that's coming in. Just knowing, okay, they did this, they did that. They're going to do this. Let's see if they will. Oh, here's a preview. Okay, great. I feel comfortable. This team's working hard. Oh, here's the dev. Get to meet him. Let's see if he's capable. That's the general concept of what we're doing as well.
Yeah. So you said you guys are like a meme token, right? With with what you have coming with the game, would you also say you're kind of utility token as well? Like in my question, this is going to me like saying essentially like if I had to ask you to choose one thing, are you a meme or utility token? What would you say? Like if you had to choose, because I mean obviously you're trying to provide both, right? And like you
Yeah,
said,
exactly.
you're meme token, so you may right now lean more into the meme side, but obviously when everything plays out your full plan, when you go through your full roadmap, there's going to be more utility added to everything outside of what's already added to it. But would you still
Absolutely.
say at,
Yeah.
at the heart, is it still a meme token? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say?
No, I would say no. The foundation of it, yes. The idea, Hulk, it's recognizable. It's fun to support. Hulk loves green, hates red. Hulk smash,
Hmm.
smashes the ATH. So yeah, the concept for brandability, yes, meme token. But as far as work to dates, no, absolutely not. We're a utility token because we've launched our staking DApp. V2 is coming, NFTs are coming. Meta Brawl new game is part us, not half, but part we're a part of it. Where Wolverino is the main creator and concept behind it. We're just a small piece, but that's a big utility as well. We already made a Hulk Inu custom raid bot, which is free for any devs or project managers or raiders. Idea is it automates raids inside of communities for your members to follow along with, completely
Man, you're
free,
gonna put
and
some
it's
people
just
out
meant
of
to help.
business. Hold on, you're gonna put some people out of business, sir.
And you can still hype up in between raids, right? So I did raid training in the beginning of this, and you got to hype up in between. Oh, let's go, do it like this. We do raids now with the most bullish and unique raider wins. No copy paste, no spam. So it can revolutionize annoying raids, and
Is
it
it
can you can
sentient?
see some raiders and get some info.
Is it sentient though?
Is it sentient? How do you mean?
Is your bot sentient? Is your Hulk bot sentient? Your Ray bot, like, is it sentient?
Like, is it artificial intelligence working on its own,
Yeah.
absorbing info?
Does it have its
No,
own mind?
no. All it does is so you put a shill list in there, and it'll do ready 3, 2, 1. Here's a new Telegram to go into. You can also add in a template for your members to copy after the Telegram's posted.
Okay.
So sentient, no,
That's sick. That's sick.
but it
That's
works
sick.
perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you can
sick.
see it working in the Holkinu community. What is it? 3 a.m. EST and I think 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. EST. So if you want to see examples, you can check it out.
Yeah, I just got a DM from a guy saying he's coming for you, bro. Like he he said it's gonna take all his work. That's how he feeds his village, sir.
Hey, you can still be the hype guy, right? You
No,
got to
I'm
orchestrate the
definitely
things.
I'm definitely joking, bro. I'm definitely joking, bro. I'm definitely
Okay.
joking. But
Don't come after me, man. It's all friendly.
no, I'm definitely joking. I'm definitely joking. But yeah, bro, everything looks amazing, bro. You've explained it very thoroughly, and the art looks lovely, and you guys have a plan. It is like you said, y'all do have a meme token you can kind of play off what I feel like some of these projects do benefit from meme wise, but at the same time, it is a utility token, and you have shown with the partnership with Wolverino and the fact that it's crossover, part of the team's crossover, that you guys do follow through with your roadmaps, etc. And so you're going to provide what you're offering. So yeah, we wish the best for you over here, and it does look really good. So I'm interested to keep showing us more here. So anytime you have any updates, like with the game, anything going on with Holkinu, just let us know, and we'll definitely share it. I have a couple more questions, and then I guess I'll pass it over to the community. And then if nobody has anything to say, I'll just read the text questions. But I guess one of my questions, I think I may have already asked, or you may have already answered this, but what with Hulk Inu, like, do you think in any way the tokens, like you said, they're kind of together, all the tokens are kind of intertwined? Are they codependent? Like, are the charts codependent? Like, if you think if y'all delay the game a little bit, you think it's going to affect the Hulk Inu chart? This is something obviously we see on a lot of projects, where people expect something to come sooner, and I know you're not giving any necessarily expected date, but still at the same time, if you're saying it's, if people are expecting it to come sooner and it ends up being a lot later, I feel like it does have an effect. So like, how do you plan to essentially combat that, or just make sure everything is executed properly? Like, how, I guess where I'm going with this is how intertwined is everything? I already asked this, but like,
I think I
I
get it.
mean,
I think I understand.
no, because I mean, I feel like you kind of answered it, but at the same time, like I still feel like things are a little bit like more. It seems like this is more kind of its own thing, like right now until the game is out. Is that kind of the way to understand it? Like, y'all are partnered, but it's
Right.
like it's not really like your chart is not like when the Wolverine goes down, does it affect the Hulk Inu chart at all?
That's a good question. I don't think I have the answer for that, but I wouldn't worry about Wolverine going down. I mean, they are the head of Metabrawl. So all of these tokens that have been around for a year, now it's the bear market. They seem quite docile, right? But the idea is it's the bear market for them. It gives them time for development. And I know all of these tokens, at least the ones that are listed inside of Metabrawl, they're all doing amazing things behind the scene. And then with the push of Metabrawl, I would not expect any of those tokens to stay docile for a long time. They're all developing multiple different things that are groundbreaking on top of Metabrawl. To answer your question of how intertwined, we're
Like
partnered with Wolverine.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I guess it's like more so, okay, like you. So if I'm creating like say I'm a project owner and I create like 5 tokens, do I feel like I'm, essentially devaluing one of the tokens by putting focus on the other? So, like, are the teams, I guess, like, separate enough to where it's like not taking value away from what it could be one token? You see what I'm saying? That's kind of what I was trying to say, but that's a better way of explaining it.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I had a similar conversation in the beginning of this, but no, so we've divided and conquered where the team is from Wolverino, like our CA dev, right? Who helps with Wolverino and then helps with us too, but we're growing our team as well. So in the end of it, when both of us are pumping up and going super hard and becoming like, this mega power of Ethereum, we have now a bigger team. I've already made a huge list, and we are able to share each other's connections and really work in unison to push it out hard. So no, I think the idea is that Hokino is pumping up, and I'm the right hand man of Wolverino, where I answer questions and help with some strategy, design the white paper. But as far as like hands on Wolverino, that's the Wolverino dev, and he's fully in charge of Wolverino. So I understand what you're saying. If it was us in conjunction working on Hokinu, but it's not. It's a split where he's the dev of Wolverino, I'm the dev of Hokino. And the farther that our charts go up, the more we start to get closer and closer and work hand in hand with, just like how we're talking about Wolverino a lot inside of this AMA, the same will start to happen with Wolverino for Hokino. So, no, it's more hands.
Are you going to have more like iterations? Are you going to do more tokens? Like, is there going to be like a Spider-Man? You know what I'm saying? Like, are all the Avengers coming?
Not necessarily my choice. So the head of all of these operations, Metabrawl, Hulkinu, as far as the creative mind, is the Wolverine dev. And then I run with it as far as creative mind. So we brainstorm together, but I can't really take any credit for a lot of this, the main big goal. Mine's more about, strategy of how to get to that goal. But the actual ideas are out of my hands of new tokens and whatnot. But from what I know, Hokino and Wolverino, and that's it. But no promises. Not fully. Creative mind may have you may have inspired him right now. Who knows?
All right. Well, my one last question, and then we can go to them. It said on the website, I don't know if it was the website or the trailer. It said you guys were partnered, or I don't know if you're partnered or we're gonna have something. Had the Shiba logo. Is that like legit? Are y'all? Or I think it was on one of the Wolverine advertisements I was looking at when I was researching the project. I saw something talking about Shiba.
Yeah, that's a great question. So yeah, so to clarify, we are partnered with Wolverino, and that's where it stops for Hokino, and we're inside of Metabrawl. Okay. Wolverino is partnered themselves with Shiba, Vault, Shibnobi, a lot of other tokens for the game, and they're partnered in the sense of they're good friends, and these guys are going to be inside of the game. So still separate entities, but the game is where the collaboration comes.
But it does add value. It does add value at the end of the day. Like when everything comes together.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The superpowers all combined in one massive game to really shake the grounds of the market.
Okay, so we're close to an hour here. Let's go to the chat. Or let's go to the voice chat. Does anybody have any questions in the voice chat? You don't have to be nervous or scared to talk. It's okay.
Bring the heat.
Anybody have anything to ask? I mean, there's a bunch of text questions. People are always so scary.
Yeah, going forward, we can focus a bit more on Hokino.
Let me see. So when do you plan? Okay, this isn't even when you planning for Certic audit or big audit? Do you already have that?
No, we don't have that. I mean, it can be in line in the future, but as far as its use, it's great for when we get closer to bigger exchanges. So yeah, when the time comes. But as far as trust in what we do, to be audited and like verified. I mean, our contract is verified, but
so it's
not a pressing matter
down the road, right?
Yeah. To be on the exchanges, a lot of them require that.
Okay. Nice, nice. All right, next chat question. It was a stealth launch. Starting market cap was 3 ETH. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Good research. Whoever put that. Has Hulk Inu registered in any country yet?
Not yet, no. But the time will come. I do believe Wolverine had to go with that too. My advice was focus on what's in front of you now, um, for you to be able to focus on what's to come.
Are they registered as Wolverine though?
I believe so, but I believe that's more of a question for Wolverine.
Okay.
You know,
And I'm
I I
I'm, I'm
I,
sorry,
I
like I'm
work
not
with Wolverine, but not
I
their
don't mean to
ambassador.
keep bringing them up if I don't know if it's like bothering you if you don't want to talk about it at all, but I'm just
No,
literally
no,
kind of
it's fine.
okay, yeah. Yeah.
I
But
just don't want to
so
misanswer, you know?
okay, okay. Where is the core team based from?
Good question. I'm American Egyptian, raised in Amsterdam. It's where I am now. But across the world, we have some mods that are from the Philippines, and they're phenomenal at what they do. They might work harder than I do. Some people are traveling, all different places in the world, Amsterdam, America, uh, Caribbean, Canada. Top of my head, I might have missed a couple of people. Sorry if I did. If you're here,
So generally kind of a little bit all over the place.
say again.
I said generally kind of a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, we're all spread out, but I'd say the majority is from Amsterdam.
Okay. Mhm. This last, no, there's a couple more. What all? Okay, Some of these questions, I can't even. What all things we got in ecosystem? So, what are all the things that you got in your ecosystem? I think you kind of explained it, but can you just give a brief answer to that?
In our NFTs,
NFTs?
in our NFT ecosystem, or in
Oh, they just
general of
said,
like.
literally the question says, "What all things we got in the ecosystem?" That's literally the question, quote unquote.
Okay, I'm gonna go for what utilities are currently available. So we have our Hokinu raid bot, staking dApp. We had a referral bot, but we stopped doing that. I think those are the utilities for now. NFTs are on their way. V2 staking is on its way. Uh, and the comic was also technically a utility because it is the first step towards the comic studio and will also be a collector's edition NFT. It's also on the way.
Okay. I think that might have answered this question, hopefully.
I hope so.
So Pleasant said, I see you're planning a collab with Marvel IP, right? And the roadmap is that feasible? Or it kind of has a cheesing face. I don't know if it was a joke.
Yeah, I get it a lot, right? So that's what that piece of evidence that I want of the Wolverine dev actually sitting with the Marvel IP holders.
Hmm.
That's down the line, and yeah,
Oh, so
when the time
they're
comes,
actually trying to work something like that out.
yeah, they
Okay.
had a meeting in Dubai already, but yeah, the other side of that is also the copyright problem. Where I mean, I just lead them to Wolverino. You know, it's been in existence for a year, super well known token, and no issues after the redesign of what they had, and we're using the same concept. It's inspired by, not the Incredible Hulk token. It's Hulk Inu, and you can look at our logo. My comic guy's like, that doesn't look like Hulk at all. I'm like, yes, that's the point. And as far as the name Hulk, you know, what if it was Hulk Hogan? That's not how IP works. So there's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
feel
different
that.
ways to look at it, but yeah,
I
we're good.
100% agree. I 100% agree with that opinion. I 100%
Yeah.
agree. So Drew
Can
is
I pose a
asking,
question?
when is staking 2.0 coming out, and
Staking
will
2.0 will not be long. Oh, sorry. Was there a second part?
okay, yeah, when is staking 2.0 coming out, and will you lose the 3% to transfer over?
No, I don't think so. We're going to be migrating them over, and when it's coming out, it will be coming out in the same time as our NFTs. So we can't tell you times and dates, of course, because we want to make it perfect, but it is not long from now. The idea is, from what times we can tell you, is you've now seen 4 out of 5 of the evolutions. That's what I can say for time.
Okay, okay. Next question, Vincent. Do you have any bug bounty to check for weaknesses? In what way do you plan to make your project more complete?
What way do we plan on making our project more complete? Um, so it's the NFTs with, I didn't really get to go over a lot of the use cases with the benefits of the route towards Valhalla, except just staking rewards and increased rarity.
I mean,
But
bro,
that the idea is
you can. We're no. I mean, unless you gotta go. I'm in no rush,
no,
bro.
man.
This is the last AMA for today, so if you want to explain anything, feel free.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the NFTs, they're designed to aid the charts for chart to make the chart healthy and more stabilized, but also it's like a win-win. It's incentive for our holders to grow their NFTs and stick with the project. And the farther that they grow their NFTs, the more valuable they are, especially if they're first round buyers. They're like one of the few that have reached Valhalla. Giveaways each time, as well as, a stake inside of our operations and extreme staking rewards. So a person that gets to Valhalla, they've already made great earnings from their rarity. So the idea is you can grow your NFT into being legendary instead of just randomly hoping you get a legendary. But there's a lot more benefits to it where you can get pieces of our uh, NFT comic book. That's a collector's edition, which will also have stake parts royalties inside of the comic studios. So you get a piece of our profits. We have giveaways each round, and the tokenomics to it. There's like 30% of those profits go into a buyback, 30% go into staking rewards. So you can imagine what 30% looks like and how much that will fuel staking rewards and how good staking rewards will be. So there's a lot of different benefits. I think I'm just going over this list here. Comics, you get free merch, and more is coming. Profit sharing from the comic studio as well. So as far as what we're incorporating, more exchanges, the NFTs coming out, the comic coming out, which will branch into us being able to produce much more comics across the space and intertwining collabs for different tokens. And that profit will go same like our NFT profits, go back into the chart, back into marketing funds, back to the community with giveaways. What we try to do with the Embrace the Bear Market campaign, which is what we've been doing, is incremental growth. So we're doing everything piece by piece, but also intertwining development. So our developments and big reveals, they're interconnected. So when the NFTs are done, it's a route to Valhalla, and then it goes into the comic being done. Then it's the comic studio coming out, and then these NFTs are incorporated inside of Meta Brawl, and the list goes on. So we've interconnected everything with it, whether it be staking towards NFTs towards comic, and then comic towards real world use case with profit sharing and revenue generation. So I mean, I think our plan's pretty well rounded, and we've thought everything so thoroughly. So the only
I
thing that we're
agree.
waiting on is exchanges.
I agree. I'm looking on the Metabrawl website. Are you guys so like the characters on here? It has the Volt Inu, the Wolverine Inu, the Shiba Inu, the Shinobi Shinja. Are you guys going to be featured on here anytime at some point
There could be a
potentially?
V2 of the trailer, right? There could be a V2 of all the characters together, but that would be more of a choice for the Wolverine dev as a marketing
But
push
as of
for
right
it.
now, like it is planned, like the way y'all plan that y'all have it structured right now, y'all plan to have the Hulk Inu in the game, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we have two more questions, and then I guess if you want to close after that, we can do that since it's already 10 minutes over. So one question, this is quick: Do you have a Discord community? He says he prefers Discord instead of Telegram.
No, we don't have a Discord community yet, and it is one of the things that's driving me crazy. I hate Discord. I mean, it's great for everything that it does, but the interface is just something I just can't get used to. But yes, we will be having a Discord community in the future. It's just something I want one of my team members to be fully in control of instead of me myself. I'm already running the community website white paper and also some of these creative aspects coming in. So, we got to outsource, diversify to be able to cover more areas. But Discord, yes, soon. But I'm not excited for me to run it.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's some things I like about Discord better, but there's definitely some things I like about Telegram better. But for what I'm like, what I'm doing specifically, like in this lounge or like a call channel, I would rather do it on Telegram. I mean, it just feels like it's like less. I don't know. It feels more fluid. It feels more like kind of just like texting. You're not like Discord feels like a whole other app. Like this, like Telegram down there feels like I'm on like iMessage or something like that. So kind of like that.
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But
It's true.
so
The
last question, and
subcategories.
then last question, and then I guess you could close. Um, so someone was asking, security and anonymity are always prioritized by blockchain projects in the development of project platforms and technologies. So do you have any technological solutions or plans to enhance user trust in these issues? And then to follow up that, someone said yes, kind of have the same question. Since not CertiK audited, there are lots of hackers looking to take advantage of stuff. Like, I guess they're looking for, what kind of insurance can you provide them that everything's going to be safe?
That's more. I'd have to put that to my CA dev. That's something we can work on, work towards. But as far as now, we're fully safe, fully operational, and we've never had an issue like that before. That's probably something that my contract dev would tell me why. But yeah, no, that's it's not really my field, but I'll bring it up to him. So what we do is anything that is a new question, we have a little brainstorm session and put it into action, or put in a post of saying how we can bring it into action or why it's not a worry. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about hackers so much. I mean, our website's super secure from our guy, our web dev. He added in extra securities for it too. But no, yeah, I don't think that's an issue.
Okay, okay. So that's it for questions. One last time, does anybody in the VC have any questions they want to ask before we give Mr. Base the chance to close up? Mr. Baseballer. All right. Well, I
Yes,
guess you want
sir.
to close and kind of give your farewell, sayonara to our group. I mean, we're gonna kick you after this, so this will be the last. The
Okay.
last thing you'll ever say in here. No, I'm playing. Feel free to say it, but yeah, just explain everything that you
Yeah,
if you
guys.
want to.
Yeah, feel free to check out our community. If you have more questions about what has been done, we have 5 or 6 Medium articles that explains everything from launch to date. The only thing that's not included is the NFTs, but that will be up soon. We've done everything in pieces to not overwhelm. We have a few more AMAs coming during the week. The next one should be tomorrow, but I'm still putting that down on paper, and that will be announced. And about 5 or 6 YouTubers during the week, and some more promos from the callers that I've mentioned. So feel free to check us out and see if we deliver. Take your time, do your own research, and you can. We have a daily DC at 10 UTC right when this started. So if you want to come in and pick my brain on some of your thoughts, concerns, worries, questions, I'm always there and always welcome questions.
Yeah, and feel free to, if you want to share those AMAs whenever you have them, share the links in here, and we'll pin them. You're a part of our community too, so we're happy. We're happy that you came by and happy that you originally shared the project in here. You shared it here pretty early, so it's some alpha. We appreciate it. If you bought it whenever he bought it, I know we have some investors, so I know they're up and they've messaged me. They're very happy about it. Um, and I just want to say thank you for everyone that came out, not only from the Hulk Inu community, but from the personal lounge. I thank you for coming out. I think we just started doing these AMAs not too long ago, but they've been going pretty well, so we're going to continue doing them. I appreciate you showing support, and I believe we have another AMA tomorrow. I will let everybody know, but we wish you the best of luck over at Hulk Inu and the rest of your team and everything else you guys have going on in the rest of the ecosystem. And I will send you over a recording of the AMA. I recorded everything, and if you want to share with your community. But thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you too, man. Thank you for having me. I'm sure we'll be back again for an updated AMA after some new announcements are out.
All right, sounds good. And yeah, everyone enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Beautiful Saturday night. So everyone go have some fun, get off the house, get off the computer, get outside. You know what I'm saying? So later.
See ya.